Oh no. Oh no. Guys, I've been sitting here talking for like 3 minutes and I hadn't realized I hadn't gone live yet. I apologize for that. What is up? I've been talking for 3 whole minutes thinking I was live already and I was not. Man, that's embarrassing. Hey, Det. Hey, Wolfie. How's it going, man? Happy Saturday. What's up, fam? It's Dark Angel's Journey. I'm Shakira, man. You know, I figured this would happen because I'm scheduling and then starting. I didn't realize I had to click the button to hit go live too. What's up, liquidity provider? Happy Saturday, man. How is the weekend going for you guys? You guys having a good one? Oh man, I was just sitting here talking for like a whole 3 minutes thinking I was live. And then I looked up, it said preview, and then I looked over, it says click here to go live. I apologize. This is like my first time, like second time trying to do the whole schedule thing, and I'm still learning, so I apologize. All right, plan for today's session. Let's run through the trades that I took this week. Yeah, we just nerding out backtesting. All right, we're gonna go through the trades I took this week. I took three trades this whole week. Two losses. I can't count words, fingers. Scary. I am. I appreciate you all joining me here. I really do. I look forward to these opportunities every week. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. Like since I started doing this, and since I've adjusted my trading strategy to not trade as much as I used to, and only trade my A plus setup and model, it's much better. No joke. For the third time this year, I'm actually green on my live account. And no joke, if you look at like my I'm up $420. Yay! Hey, let me tell you something. Last year, I was up on my live count 0 times the entire year. Okay, so this is a big improvement. I know folks say that you can get into like a break even kind of year or a period. It can last however long it lasts, but I feel like I've been sort of in that break even space. Like I've literally just been like pushing, just a little bit above, into the black, and then I'm like 1800 in drawdown, and then just working my way out of that, and then back into the black. But I'm happy with that. I'm absolutely happy with that. All right, so after looking through the trades that I took this week, then we'll just grab some random days out of the year, any days. If you guys want to drop suggestions in the chat, we can backtest those days as well. One thing I want to focus on is taking the fair value gap setup that occurs after 10 o'clock. Like for ICT folks, we call it a silver bullet. Um, And let's be clear, I don't care if you trade ICT, if you trade SMT, if you trade Orb, whatever. As long as it makes you money, that's all that matters, okay? I don't care about no stupid beef about who does what. As long as it works for you, I love it. Beautiful. All right. So let's take this down. Let's get a little tiny. All right, so as always, we're using Thinkorswim's on-demand feature. It's awesome. We can pick a day and trade it like it's live. Mwah. Don't get me wrong, trading views like replay button thing is nice for back testing, but this is really great for forward testing. I don't know. Maddie's a little mad at me. We tried to bathe her and she gave me this as she was trying to escape. Not on purpose, but she did not like it. Anyway, all right, let's see if we can get. Oh, she's on the desks, y'all. Here she comes. We gonna have some kitty power? Oh, we're just gonna. Okay, okay. So she's not mad at me, y'all. She's not mad at me. You're being super adorable and cute, and just. I need to keep you away from the screens. She closed out my last stream last week, right? Like she walked all over it and just killed it. All right, so I think what we can do to just out of curiosity, I wonder if in the on demand feature it shows the trades I took this week, if it's on the right days, just out of curiosity. So let's test that out. So we are in the September. So I took a trade on Tuesday. So let's go to Tuesday. You coming, pretty girl? All right, guys, say hello. This is Maddie. Hello, Maddie. You're gonna do your QC? Okay, yes, you are. Who's my baby? Guys, she's a purr machine. She's a straight. Look at her. Look at her. Just purr machine. But I mean, she's also a huge distraction. So I apologize. Every once in a while, we'll have a Maddie distraction, maybe even a Sasha distraction. Anyway, so using one hand, Thinkorswim's in front here, and then the stream chat's over here. So if you see me looking this way, that's what is happening. So I was just curious to see if this will show the trades that I took. Might just be easier for me to do it on TradingView, and then we can just head to the actual backtesting piece of it, right? Right, Maddie? What you think? Oof, you lying on my scratches. Oops, is itchy little girl. Goodness. All right, so I did not trade on Monday, but let's take a look at September 16th, like, we would have normally, right? So could you, okay, she wants to lay, literally, can I get my, yes, okay. I don't know what to do with this cat sometimes, I swear. All right, so let's look at it as I would have normally looked at it. And let's get a little zooming in going here. All right, so we're at September 16th. It's 9:38. We're dropping. And let's also make sure there's no news. I think we had FOMC on Wednesday. Yup. Tuesday had some 8:30 a.m. news. So that was all that we needed to be aware of, at least from Forex Factory. And so what I like to do is see where they might drop down into. So I'm going to move this. I'm also trying to get used to the dual screen view on Thinkorswim. So you'll see me like do this whenever I want to mess with. So this is the 50-minute time frame on the 16th. And let's see if we can figure some stuff out here. So this is kind of unfair to have all that extra stuff on there. So let's see. I would have wanted to know where the London lows were. So they already took that out here as they're dumping this point. So next scenarios for me are this equal low right here, internal, and this grouping over here. Of course, there's a tiny fair value gap in here that I would love to see them dip into if they choose to drop that far. I don't actually recall what they did on Tuesday, but I know Wolfie and Bob had some lovely, lovely shorts and made good returns on those. So congrats to you both there. But the thing that I'm super proud of is the fact that I actually took my setup. And that's been the problem I've been trying to solve. Just taking the setup. That's the problem. Just take it. Now that I'm only trading my A plus setup, when I see it, and actually the more important piece is if it's in line with the overarching trend, make sure and take it. If I see my setup and it has like red flags around it, like it's counter trend. There's nothing wrong with trading counter trend. I'm trying to get to a point where if I trade with the trend, I can get the bigger moves because I'm only looking for 3 or so trades a week. So I'm trying to get that 60-point move. By the way, Bob like totally helped me figure out that I was actually looking when I've got my stuff set up. My What are these things called? Hold on. So I can show you. Good. That's it. So when I have my template set up, right, like at 210 ticks, like down here, I don't know why in my head I had it set up in my head as 40 points. It's not. It's like 60 points or close to 60 points. So for this one, I'm looking for about 55, 60 points. And then for my base hit, I'm looking for about 30 points. I'm not gonna lie to you, like since I've started trading and trying to figure out the whole points versus ticks thing, it's been a bit of a mini blur. And I kind of just utilize the trading view to understand where things are. But anyway, this is one of my templates that I use. So my stop is always 37 ticks, no matter what. It's always 37 ticks because I'm only risking 50% of the account. Now, once the account goes above a certain amount where that 50% is a little bit higher, then I can widen the stop a little bit more. But those are my rules. Win or lose, those are my rules. Um, and then what I usually do when I set my order is I set it, and then if I need to adjust it up or down based off of where the liquidity is, the open fair value gaps and all that jazz, then I will do so. But mainly, I'm looking for that longer run. All right. Let's clear out of here for that. And let's see what we're working with. It's now 9:43 on the 16th. So I wanted to just show you the trades and then pick a date. So I think what I'll do is I will just switch over to TradingView to do that and just keep that relatively simple. And then we can you guys give me a date. What's up, Bobby? Oh yeah, you know what? Thank you, Wolfie. 0.5% of the account, not 50%. That would be insane. Insane. All right. So let me show you the trades that I took and then explain why I took each trade. And to do so, let me make sure and pull up my journal because you must have a journal. If you're not journaling, you're not paying attention to what you're doing because that journal is going to help you weed out the things that you're doing wrong. Trust me, it will do so and it will help you so very much. My journal is like life for me. It's why, as I've looked through all of the trades I've taken, I realize that they've all been B or C trades. And even when I'm taking my A trades and I take a loss, that's okay because when I get a good win, it's a good win. It's a 60-point win, you know? So I'm just taking a quick gander at my things, at my stuff here, and then I am looking at, so 9:16. I am just zooming in and then we'll switch over to trading view and I'll show you each of the trades. And then let's take a quick gander as to what I could have done better with those. So that was at 9, I took it at 9:45. So we're around coming up on where it is on here, but let's switch to trading view so we can take a quick look and then we can start the back testing. So let me switch the windows here. Come on, where's my trading view on this thing? That's the Thinkorswim. That's that. Okay, here we go. Perfect. Cool. All right, so let's switch out to let's switch to the 16th. So we can just take a quick look at that day. Why does it do that? Swear. I have to select the 15th in order to see the 16th price action. Okay, so, hey Maddie, you little pawsies. I can't use my mouse, little girl. You're so cute though. Why are you so cute? Why are you so adorable? She's really adorable. Guys, I don't know about you, but having kitty brain is real hard. Oh my God, yes, we did have some 6-hour trades. I mean, Bob had like a 6 hour one. Wolfie had an all day one yesterday. It was pretty impressive, actually. I gotta tell you guys, like, I am so impressed with these guys to be able to sit in these trades and just let their setups play out. Like Wolfie's yesterday, he was in a nice long. Bob took a short in the morning. It was not 6 hours, but it definitely played out and it gave him his TP. But Wolfie was long before Bob got into that short. And Wolfie had to wait until almost the close of day for NQ to finally push up and like hit his TP like a boss. So, guys, impressive. I don't have the patience for that kind of thing. I'll show you the types of trades I like, and I know it's hard. But yeah. Okay, so this is the trade. Let's move that. This is the trade that I took on Tuesday that got me knocked out. So it fit my criteria for the most part. We had swept liquidity. This is 1040. We swept liquidity, we shifted, and then I took a long from here. And you know what? As I'm looking at it, this is not sexy. It's not sexy at all. Yeah, I don't have the strength yet, LP. I really don't. I really, really don't. It is incredible when you guys have the ability to do so. So this is all kinds of wrong. This is, yeah. So after this sweep, yes, perfect. So after the sweep down here, I'm looking at my screenshot just to make sure I'm not going crazy. 10:15. Is this a 2 minute chart? No wonder it doesn't look right. Haha, 1 minute is where, there we go. I was like, why does that not look right? Okay, so took it right here. Why? Because they dropped a whole bunch. There was liquidity on the left, like 15-minute liquidity that they'd taken already. And then we got a shift up. One thing that I'm trying to get over, because sometimes when they like mark time here and chop around a little bit, it's just, I know, what do they call it? Giving folks time to get into the trade, like institutional buyers, not us lowly folks, retail folks, but the institutional buyers, and so I'm trying to get comfortable. So they swept it one more time here, which I liked, and then they shifted above here. The only thing that would have made this a better setup for me, if I'm being honest, is if they had closed with this candle up here, if they closed with a body. That would have been made me feel a lot better. So then I took it there, it tapped me in, it ran up a little tiny bit, and then of course stopped me out, which is fine. Yeah, no, I'm perfectly happy with the setup. It followed it ticked all my boxes. Liquidity had been swept. We shifted structure. Um, and I one of the things I like to see, especially is when they because I took it after this candle had already swept this, because I like that too, because then that made me feel like they didn't need to come back up, come back down to here for an entry. So here made the most sense. And it tapped, and I got a little piece of a tiny, like 2 second run, and then it stopped me out. No problem. Ain't nothing wrong with that. So that was the first trade of the week on Tuesday, because I have a hard time. London low, I believe, had been taken already. Yes. So we have 318. Yeah, it took it out like when it dropped here, because 3 o'clock's here, midnight's around here. Yeah, it took all that out. So it gave me all of the things I wanted, even if I don't like the messy nature of this. Like, my preference for a clean shift would not have all of this. It would be like a nice drop, then a shift, no messing about in this general space, and then, run up. But that's all right. So I was happy because half of the point, no, actually the whole point of me doing this is to take my A plus setup every time I see it. Every single time I see it. All right. let's move on to the second trade that was Wednesday that I took in the morning. Again, I took my setup. Let's switch to, so if it's Wednesday, blah, blah, blah. Let me look at my journal so I can like show you guys the exact spot. AM long attempt, that was at a little after 10 o'clock. Okay, perfect. So this is Wednesday. Let's scoot this way. Okay, perfect. Wednesday. So let's scoot to the 10 o'clock. That's the afternoon trade I took. So we'll get to that in a second. Yep, right here. Okay. So after they ran up here, so again, similar scenario. We swept some liquidity here. Let me add in, I actually would have preferred if they'd taken the low off to the side here. I would have preferred that. So here's what I was thinking, because I've seen them, and it's a general view of that fair value gap there. Let's go this way. And I gotta say, like, I think on the 15 minutes, something that I've started noticing, right? Like, if like pre-market, they like slash down and take a bunch of liquidity out, I've also noticed that they like to come down to it, but not take it out, make like that double bottom everybody talks about, and then run. So it was enough for me understanding that I've been seeing this kind of signature often where they run around and they take all this liquidity out. So I've seen scenarios where they've done that and then they don't need to take that low out again and they'll just keep going. So if they come back down into the general space, then an entry was possible. So in my mind at that time, I was thinking, this is a protected low, yay. And then we dropped down and swept all this liquidity. And I was thinking this high was up here was still open for business, right? Because they hadn't taken it here. So, and let me get back to the chat, see if in case you're okay, good. So once we swept that liquidity and then we shifted here, I set my entry right there. Not to mention, actually this fair value gap wasn't really like a consideration at the time. I was just looking at the shift. But anyway, as you can see, they ran up. I did not like this scenario. Why? Because they left like a small fair value gap here and here, and I figured they wanted to come back down and get it. This is not the cleanest setup of my A plus, so maybe we should downgrade it to like an A. Anyway, so I did take this. As I'm looking at it, then this is why you gotta review. Like, was it as clean and as juicy as you thought it was when you took it? Sort of. I had reasoning to not expect the other low to get taken. Then they did shift above, ran up, but I was kind of sketchy on this drop down, if I'm being honest. But my bias for the entire week was bullish, so I was not taking any shorts. Wolfie and Bob took a lot of shorts and made their monies. Yay! Whoop, whoop. So this one wasn't as awesome. But I also kind of liked the entry because it was at the midpoint of the fair value gap. The order block was there. And I'm inherently bullish and they hadn't taken the highs I was looking for up here out yet. So that's that one. What would have been a better setup here would have been once if I was actually short biased, I taken a short at the base of this with all this wicking down to at least there, or I don't know where they were running to. I'm sure there's some lows and fair value gaps down here, but that would have been a good signature for a short if I was short biased. Because once they took this low out, yeah, down she goes. All right, so let's look at the actual, the second trade I took on Wednesday after FOMC. So I don't touch anything at 2 o'clock because there's a bunch of manipulation going on. And then I have to wait until after 2:30 to see if they give me some kind of setup, which is what I did. So we saw at 2 o'clock, they kind of ran up a little bit and then throughout the whole half, can't speak words, hard English. drink water. They were dropping down, right? And came back up to this. I was actually tracking, they came back up to this fair value gap that I noticed on the 1 minute. And I only noticed it after they'd made this high and drop. So I like, these are one of my favorite signatures. I like when they use these things to as like resistance and support for a move, a continuation move. That's nice. Again, but this was like at 2:30 exactly. So they tapped that and then they continued dropping, taking more liquidity down, right? So what I was waiting for was again my A plus setup as always. So they dropped. They made this space right here and this low. They took it out. Then they took it out and then just ran. Now, here's my thought. If this fair value gap, which has been used as an inversion, which means it's a bullish fair value gap over here, its price has used it multiple times as resistance. So it's counter trend to what it's supposed to be doing, right? This is a bullish fair value gap, so it should support price to go up, right? Supposedly, whatever. In any case, it was acting as an inversion, meaning it was supporting price to drop. So we saw it here, here, and then again here. So my thought was, if they break above this, give me some down close candles inside of this space, I will go long from there because I don't expect them to come back down after this big old run. No, I didn't. So that's another signature that I like to use. And it's still pretty much the A plus setup and only I think works in this type of scenario, right? It's still a shift. I still get to enter, but it's an entry on a as did you call it? A reclaimed fair value gap. Because now it's it's doing its job as a bullish fair value gap and helping price to move up. So, and I love this. I love to see this when they form inside of here. It gives me it gives me anxiety when I'm looking for that signature and it does not show up. But I was so happy it showed up. It showed up on Wednesday. And on top of that, let's zoom in real tight here. Let's zoom in real tight. So once we close, because I need a body closure above it too. It's not just this showed up in here. No, I needed the body to close in here. So then I set my order, and this is my 37 tick stop. I was like, please, for the love of God, don't want to go below the midpoint of this fair value gap. Don't be doing that wicking BS you like to do, NQ, you diva. Trust me, it's like praying to the NQ gods. Anyway, they had a really nice bullish vibe on Wednesday. So I'd set my order right in that little tiny, right at the top of that guy and inside of this little liquidity void. I don't know if you can see it with that thing in the way. The little crack in the space. Let me move that. See the little crack there? I love that. I love that. They love to wick into it and then go. It's one of my favorite entries. Like whenever I see that, I'm like, heck yeah. Anyway, so I got mad lucky and I set my 210. I pushed up a little bit, and no joke, guys, like it just like did this and just started running nice and then running nice. So I was like I pushed this up a little bit and I moved my stop. I was trying to move my stop to just under here to see if they want to push up even further. There's a big 15-minute fair value gap up here that I was like, maybe they want to take this high out and may tap into that. As I was moving it, they just tapped me out and I was like, okay, I'll take it. I was so happy. And that's why risk management is so important. So two losses of $185 and then one win of $12.95. That put me at what, like 950 for the week? Yeah. And that's one winning trade with two losing trades. I think my win rate now from my journal is at 34.84% for the year. Yes, it's very nice. And what do they do after that? That's why I was like locking in, because I don't know when this big old move's gonna stop. I don't know when that big move's gonna stop. So I was just, I'm gonna lock it in. And this quick push up here, just took me out. It was great. I was like, oh. So no other trades for the week. And so I am I am excited to get back to again trading my A plus setup next week. All right, so let's switch back over to sink or swim and get this back testing on and popping. Is that a thing? On and popping. All right, you guys have any dates you want to trade? You want to test out specifically? Otherwise, I'm just going to grab random dates and let's see if we can trade the morning sessions. All right. Any preferences? If not, 31st of March. All right, let's roll up to March. March. That's a Monday. All right, March. And I like to always start a little bit before 9:45. So my rules are let's do, yeah, let's say not 9:37. So let's say we're March 31st, 9:37, go. Let's see what we had that day. Oh goodness. I guess we must have been much lower. Let's auto zoom. I really love this feature. It's so good. All right, let's first thing, I don't know what was happening in March, so let's take a look at the daily first things first. Okay, let's zoom in on this. Huh. Okay, so we'd been dropping. Okay, let's note a few things just so that I have some concept of where we are in liquidity life. So that's like some liquidity that's just been taken. So let's do some sell side there. Some daily liquidity that's just been taken. What up, Maya? What's crack-a-lackin'? You seen Demon Slayer yet? Girl, that thing is killing it in the theaters here. I love it. Might go watch it again. It's so good. All right, let me note this other one down here. I don't think, wow. Man, can y'all even remember that we were at 19K in March? What? Say hi. I hope it's a super productive backtesting day. Mad love for you guys. Aw, thanks for. I can't do that thing right. How does that work? Okay. I suck at that stuff. The little hearts. You get what I'm thinking. That's all good. Enjoy your weekend, man. Don't worry. I'm over here just trying to figure my life out. Straight up. Ooh, I got all this stuff all over here. All right, so the next thing we need to check for March 31st is, was there news that day? Because this is a very, very strong downtrend. Ooh, I like this though. Some equal highs right here for some juiciness if we want to come back up. Let's note that. Love a good equal high. It's like my favorite thing to aim for. Ooh, an equal high with a fair value gap in with it. Juicy. All right, let's just get prepped here for this because we're going to trade it like it's live, y'all. So if you get bored, I apologize, but it's just what it is. It's literally how I backtest here because otherwise, how am I gonna? The whole replay thing, the whole trading view replay thing is great for testing theories, but it's not good for fixing like patience issues. And as traders, we need to be really patient and wait for our setups. Okay, so let me go back to Forex Factory and let's see what we had in March 31st. What news? All right, there's no news that day, so we can just kind of go ham. All right, so we opened aggressively. Wait, did we open aggressively? No. Oh, I hate when they do like pre-market drops and stuff. So consolidation of awfulness. Ooh, some voids up here. Well, so it's not really much of a void, but let's note it because this is just good target practice for if let's say I do want to go long, but right now it looks like the shorts are in control. Ooh, that's too bright. I need light. I need to be able to see past these candles. There we go. That's better. Okay, so it's 9:41 on March 31st. Looks like we're in a very bearish space. Let's move that out of the way. We've taken out some serious liquidity here. You want to see the 15-minute close green? This one? So, oh, the new, because it's 9:41. Yeah, it's not, I don't know. If it gives me some sort of, I'm not gonna lie, I wouldn't mind seeing it take this out one more time and then run up. And then I would aim for these highs or up here. And we can just manage it as we go. But the trend so far is down. So we have, where's the next daily lows? Let's see on the 15, 4, or 1 hour. So it's kind of hard. Let's switch this to the left here. I also want to work on the whole taking the fair value gap thing. Let's switch to the 4 hour and see if we can see more over here. If there's anything juicy we've stepped into fair value gap wise. Ooh, there is one. Let's see. There's one. We've tapped it once, twice. I always like to note them because it could also turn into an inversion and we can use it to continue on down to the lows. So I'm assuming that's where it ends. We'll probably have to zoom into that little spot. And let's make that lighter. So yeah, I mean, this is what I do all day, like when I'm waiting for a setup. I just try to find the most logical place for a potential shift or opportunity for an entry. Okay, so this is good. We've got this low, which is close to that daily sell side, the next set of daily sell side. So let's see. Let's see. I love the higher time frame fair value gaps, though I'm finding that the 1 minute ones are pretty good too. All right. I'm watching that fit, yeah. So the 15 minutes is, we got what, a minute and 20 or so left on this 15-minute candle after this consolidation. The only reason why I wouldn't necessarily consider a short from here is the fact that they've taken, daily liquidity here. It would be nice if we got a bit of a bounce, if I'm being honest, because that's some major liquidity. I don't even know if there's a gap on this day. Let me check, like an opening range gap. Let me check uh, to see if I have one from all the way back in March. So the gaps there are like, if you look at regular trading hours, if you toggle regular trading hours from the electronic trading hours, you'll see the gaps. So from closing for the previous day to the 9:30 opening, that's like whatever gap may or may not exist there. So I'm just checking my other chart real quick to see if we had a juicy gap and if it's been closed at all. So let's see. Let's go back too far. January, March. Let's see, the last day of March. Last day of March, 28th, 29th, 30, oof. 30th, 29th, 30th. Might have been a gap. But anyway, so we're looking for either a shift in structure to head back up after this big liquidity's been taken, and for them to drop even further down in here to give me a short down into this space. Hello, 100 KB, how are you? Welcome to the backtesting session. I hope you don't mind. Slow and steady wins the race, because that's where we're at. I'm using, for anybody new, I'm using the Thinkorswim apps on demand feature. You see it up here. So it lets us pick literally any date and backtest it. Actually, put in like it gives me the ability to put in my actual set orders, my actual limit orders and everything. Assuming, oh, maybe we're too far back and I can't use the limit orders. This is, hold on, or maybe it's because I'm too far from price. No. All right, looks like we won't be able to do the limit orders because this is so far back, but that's all right. We'll guesstimate where everything would be. I'll set my order. I'll tell you where I want to put my order and see what we get out of this puppy. I guess if we want to do like the actual order setting, then we'd need to pick closer dates. I guess that's the only limit to this thing. Maybe we should check to see how far back we can go and setting the orders. Hmm. I think when I first started doing this, like I forgot that we needed to be within a certain set of months, but no matter. Let's set this up like we're trading, like we would trade it. Now remember I said I wanted them to take this out one more time. A shift for me comfortably would be above here. Technically there's a shift here, but this is kind of an internal one. I'd prefer this. What I'd love to see is for them to bust above here and then don't leave anything. No gaps, no nothing. Bust above here, give me a down close candle and then go above it. Those are my favorites. Whenever we don't get that, it like irks me. It irks me mildly. So 100 KB, do you trade live accounts, prop firms, just getting into trading? What's your deal? Napping kitties. And that 15-minute candle, the new 15-minute candle. So for you, Bob, that 15-minute candle is closed. So what is it? This is your range, right? And then the midpoint would be like an entry area here for you for a short, right? I love the setups that folks have. Like they have specified rules that they follow. And I think everybody should have specified rules that they followed when trading. I mean, you got to treat it like a business, right? Like, I'm here to not have to work a 9 to 5 job. That's why I'm here. That's why I take 2 to 3 hours every Saturday or Sunday, depending on how I'm feeling in the mornings, and review everything and retest all of my strategies, of which there's only two. I realized that because if you look at my journal, like I said, a lot of the trades that weren't making me any money were B trades, C trades. I'm not gonna lie, there's probably even D trades in there, but I'm not gonna grade myself that harshly. Most trades I had some concept of why. On days when I took way too many trades, and too many for me probably would be about mm, I think the most trades I've ever taken in one day is 10. And I don't know about you, if you're trading a live account, that's your own money going down the drain. Too sweet. Down. With a proper firm, with proper count, like if you lose that valuation or challenge or whatever it is, you're just losing that whatever you paid to get into that challenge. For me, when I lose $185, and that's what my 37 ticks is, that's my money gone. Like the wind. That's all right. I am here. Let's zoom in a little bit because I want to see what's going on here. So we have, hmm. So technically for this whole range, the shift above here would be nice. The whole setup is short focused. I just don't like it because I wouldn't take a short here because we've just taken liquidity. If we keep dropping and we leave this area, then I would take a short somewhere down here. Ask the silly question. Ask. I like silly questions. All right. The question is, do I want to use this? Technically, this would be a shift. The other consideration for my model is you can do either after the shift, you can take the first entry at the order block if everything aligns, or you can do a second stage entry, and that might be, safer technically. It's like the safer trade, but you don't necessarily get as much back. So it just all depends. Let me So what I'm gonna do is, since I cannot set my order like I'd like, I'm gonna nip over to Trading View and go to this particular date, and then just put the tool on it so I know where the 37 ticks, so I can point that out on the chart for you guys. Because I'm cool like that. Don't tell nobody. Don't tell nobody. Okay, March 31st. Actually, let's put that to April 1st because then March 31st won't show up. Awesome sauce. So I've got my trading view on this other side so I can see the March 31st morning session. What's your question? Have you considered purchasing a different laptop so you can trade prop firms? Oh, it's not about the laptop and the trading the prop firms thing. It's it's actually it's like a it's like a job issue for me. Um the firm I work for, they have like a ton of clients. Like I mean a ton of clients. And there's an independence concern. So they have to limit their potential, what's the word I'm looking for? Limit their potential uh, loss or issues or concerns or whatever based off of that. Oh, hey, I like this. So it doesn't matter what laptop I trade, I need to be able to say that I'm not trading. uh, what words am I saying? I'm not saying it right. No, yes, thank you. Conflicts of interest. Thank you, Wolfie. Words, hard, Saturday. Who knew? Okay, so here's the question. Is this enough of a shift in structure for me to be comfortable? No, I want this one. Plus, I want them to close above this fair value gap here with some gusto. Like, go, 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 go. Also, if this candle forms and leaves, um, here's the thing. If this candle forms, this 1 minute candle forms and leaves a little like block volume imbalance, a little space in between, I'd love that. Seriously. Yes, it would be a perfect time to go long. And let's see, what time is it? 9:54? Yes, this next 15-minute candle, yes, absolutely what I would love to see for a long. So if we can push up and get out of this space here with some general comfort, I'll tell you guys, once it busts above here, my entry would be inside of this little spot right here. And where would my 37 tick stop go if I do that? Right? 37 tick stop would be about 19,060 or something like that. 19,060, something like that. Right. So this is what I was hoping to see in this scenario. Like, I love this. Couple things to note. We took out the daily liquidity. That's big, major liquidity. So it's a beautiful spot for a reversal. Beautiful spot for a reversal. We made this low. We took it out again. Remember I said I wanted them to take it out one more time. They did. I need them to close above here with some love. Yay. They're doing it. What we got? Another 18 seconds left on this candle. So this is where I would set, once I see this, another thing. We have a tiny, tiny fair value gap right here. I like that. They dipped into it and then they ran away from it. Now that makes me feel like they don't need to come back to it. And we close strongly. So I would want to right click and set a buy limit order, which is grayed out right here. I can't do it. Can I just do a buy? No, everything's grayed out. Okay. So because it's so far back in the thing, I can't. And double your. Okay. So here's the thing, right? Thinkorswim, which is literally the only broker I can use, right? The only broker I can use charges the exact same amount, seven round trip, $7.30 for one micro, for one mini. Same. So because originally when I started, I wanted to trade with micros because I wanted to use AMP or TradeStation or one of those guys because it was like 50 cents or something per micro. So then that way I could trade the way I want to and make adjustments as needed. But I can't because I'm stuck with this broker. And I refuse to spend, what is it, $73 for 10 micro round trip. It's crazy, but for one mini, it's good. Okay, so this is beautiful. This is beautiful. Confluences, shift in structure, major adjustment, major liquidity taken, beautiful shift. See that other shift that I showed you that I took on Tuesday? That was crap. This is lovely. I want us, and I would love an entry right here. I would love an entry right here. I can't show it to you. There's no tool on here for me to like put a thing here, but this is where I would put an entry right here. The question is, are they going to come back down? Now, what am I going to aim for? Man, you don't need all of this. I'm going straight up for this fair value gap up here. Why? Because it's been dropping. It's been dropping and dropping and dropping. So I don't need to aim for the moon, right? I would say if they come back and give me something here, right here is good. Wolfie, you and Bob picked some crappy days to trade the last weekend. You did. You did. Okay? But you gave me the date. I don't know what happened this day. I'm trading it as I see it. It's not my fault you gave me a good setup for a change. Now, let me tell you something. If I was trading the way I'm trading now in March, you know what? Let me check my journal. Did I take this trade? I don't even know. Did I take this trade? I don't think I take this trade because I was a scaredy cat. But ooh, we coming down. We coming down. Come on. Give me right here, right at the top. Give me the top. Just the top right here. 19,073.32. Come down. Tap this thing. The only thing that scares me, I would prefer if my stop was below this candle here, but it is what it is. No joke though, like whenever my entries are just right, for realsies, it just gets tapped and it runs. It doesn't even like sit in it for long. It really doesn't. Okay, are we getting something? Let's see if we would have gotten tagged in since I can't actually do it on this day, which sucks. Tell somebody it sucks. Okay, so I'm just gonna hold my cursor where I want my entry, right there. We haven't gotten there yet. This would be terrifying to me, especially in a down market. But the only reason why I'm comfortable taking it is because they've taken major liquidity. If the liquidity was still open, I would consider this an opportunity to go short. No joke. Okay, so we right here. They still haven't tapped me in. I would still be waiting. Still waiting. You know what? You're right. I am being silly, Wolfie. Look at you. You right. Thank you. Smart. Oops. You are so smart. What am I thinking? This is where I want an entry, right here. Oh God, are you just gonna? Oh, rude. What? By the way, hmm, this is the BS that pisses me off so much. Really? Guys, 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 guys. Guys, guys, do you see this? Do you see this bullshit? Oh, let me duplicate this. Oh, come on. See, that would hurt my heart. That right there hurts my heart. The question is, did they tap the top of this thing? No, they didn't. Oh my. Oh, that's the worst. I hate that. I hate that so much for me. This is where I'd want TP right here. And what did they do? They didn't give me no chance. No chance. I would not have gotten into that entry. No, I can't go long now. Look at what I wanted. I wanted an entry here. They came down barely. Look at that. 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 Come on. Come on. What is the high of this candle? The high of this candle is 19,074.75. And the low of this candle is 19,075.5. Point 1 point away from the top of this thing, and then a couple of points away from where I wanted an entry inside of the wick. Come on. You taking it up to 200? All right. Let's see if you get the 200 all the way up here. Because on your 15-minute, wait, so your 15-minute closed, your entry was here. Your entry would be here, right, Bob? At 19,092.50. Man, come on. That hurts my heart, y'all. Why? 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 So let me check my journal here because I wonder if I saw it and I set my order there and it never got to it. Okay, let's look at March. Doesn't look like I took a trade on the 31st. I did not. Did not. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Oh, do you guys feel that sometimes? You're gonna do TP at 198? Okay, 198. Right here. Okay, why there specifically? Now, after this, I don't know that I trust it because this is the candle I wanted an entry on. Like, would you guys take an entry from here after they've run up and done this? Especially in this bearish climate. Okay, your stop is below the previous black cat. Okay, your stop's below here, and your entry was here, and you're trying to go to here, 198, right around there. Okay. I don't like I don't like taking. So would this be considered a second stage entry? We got a fair value gap here. I didn't even see that. See, sometimes you just miss things. Maybe I should have been checking to see if they would sit inside of this thing. Uh, Now the question is, they've not made it to they haven't closed this space up here. Do they come back down and give me an entry? Is it worth it even to leave the limit order here? Or do I consider this a second stage entry and it should be here? Like my entry should be at this body? Well, given that they've tapped into this order block, I'd like to at least be at the body of this candle if I were to do a second stage entry. I don't know that I like that very much. What is it, 10:05 on that 15-minute candle? Eh, it's these things that plague me, especially when they miss me by a few ticks. Like how many points was that? Seriously. Ooh, I was being real juicy. That would have been like 100, what, 86 from where I wanted an entry, 86 points or so. Nice. Okay, so things I'm not great at. Second stage entries. Like we've run away, we didn't tap into this. Should the next entry be here or at the body of this candle, and preferably the stop would be here. I don't know if my stop would be able to take that. Or do I, because I'm super paranoid, set the entry here in the hopes that they're not going to come back down? They almost filled that gap there. I would have liked this though. That would have been nice. At least here. But maybe if we push above here, we could take it here. Eh, what would that look like with my stop? Let me see. Oof. Not pretty, but with my stop, two of these guys, ugh, my stop would be like would stop right about here. So let's say we try a second stage at the midpoint of this gap. I don't know if they'll come back and tap it again. Probably not. And then this time, let's see if they want to tap that. I don't know if that's enough of a thing. I honestly would prefer if they like rolled up this way. Equal highs above. Fair value gap here on the 15-minute. I'd like that. What was that? Okay. All right. You don't know. With the push up here, maybe the new entry should be here. It always feels like I'm chasing price if I do that though. What do you guys think? Like, if I set the entry here, where's my stop? It's just a little bit below the body. So let's say we tried here because we got some respect here. This candle, it's still forming. We got what? Honestly, like I would have just said it. I don't know if I would have even been tagged in because I would have just said it in the hopes that this candle would tap it one more time. But that looks like I would have missed it again. Damn it. Ah. Oh, this sucks. And I would love, love, love. Oh, man. We're gonna have to pick a closer date next time, guys, so I can put these orders in. But Bob, like your setup is working like a boss. But this one's not digging back into the midpoint of this 15 minutes. Are we not doing that? Look at this. Come on. Nothing hurts my heart more than the fact that I wanted, because I don't like chasing, which is why I almost never take the second stage, but I take these. Oh, look at that. Just missed me. Oh, that is just plain rude. Ah, man. I get the feeling that let's look at this 15 minutes because what's that 15 minutes? So we're coming into their chopped space. I don't know, the base of that might not be a bad place to get out. They just tapped that. Mm. So survey says I would not have gotten in on this setup because they never gave me the entry I wanted. And I would have been salty as hell because of it. Well, you're seeing what I would have been, which is salty as hell. And if I were, let's say I did get into this puppy, once we ran up here, my stop wouldn't be moved yet. I want to see if they go straight to my TP or if they come back down. Once they made this low, this is where my stop will go. And then once they're getting closer to my TP, I would just start trailing tight because I'm not giving back no money. Bob needs a new pair of flip-flops. All right, let's point out where Bob's gonna get out. So he said 198. This is 197.9. There we go. So let's call that Bob's TP. All right, let's see if Bob gets his TP here. Because Shakira is salty that because I would have gotten out here because I said here. From here to here, that's enough. I don't need the whole run. I just need a nice juicy piece of it. Did I get it? No, I'm salty. Okay, don't tell nobody. Or did I just miss the fact that, oh, Shakira, silly me. They tapped into it with this candle. Oh no. That's a signature too. I did not notice. This is what happens, y'all. This is why we need to be very careful, especially when you're trading price action. If I had noticed that, then maybe I wouldn't have expected them to come back down into it. Damn it. In which case, then this fair value gap might have been where, because then they tapped this order block, well, whatever this is, propulsion block, and into here for an entry. Man, if I was swift enough though, like once we closed above here, I don't know if I would have been swift enough to set that order to catch this candle. I don't know if I would have been. But yeah, that's the signature I missed. And that's why you got to do this, man. So you got to look and understand and reuse. Reuse. Yeah. All right, this 50-minute candle has 3 more minutes left on it, Bob. Let's see if we get Bob's TP. And then I need another date. Unless you guys want to backtest this day's after PM session as well. But I don't know, it might end up being like a chop fest after. Because I don't even know how many points this is. Is there a tool for that in here? I really do need to utilize this more. You know what? I don't understand what a Fibonacci fans does. Does anybody know? What is a Fibonacci spiral? What are these things? I am so simple, y'all. I can fast forward. You're right. Let's do that. You are right. Let's 3x this puppy. Is that actually 3xing? I don't know. It doesn't look like it's moving any faster. Is it? That's a good point. Is it moving faster? Uh, yeah, I think it is moving faster. All right, let's see if Bob gets his new pair of shoes. So it's a pause. It's a play. Step forward. Step forward how far? Okay, cool. All right, so 3 times the speed of normal candle stuffies. Stuffies. Maddie is knocked out, y'all. Kittens sleep so much. That's how we tried to bathe her today, and I'm enjoying this lovely scratch for it. She was just trying to get away personally. She wasn't trying to hurt me, but poor thing. Poor me, okay? Poor me. Yeah, I'm curious too to see how far the step forward goes. So let's stop the 3 times thing. Just play. Normal. What does step forward do? Oh, that's whole 10 whole minutes. Okay, Bobby, you don't get your TP. Step forward drops you a whole 10 minutes ahead. So Bob's TP does not get run, and your stop is, oops, where is it? And your stop is below that low. Well, let's step forward again. Maybe they turn around, but it's a very bearish day. It's part of the reason why I wasn't aiming for too much higher, but just inside of this space to this little order block area here, because the probability of them turning around from here was kind of high. But look, that 15, oh, is it stepping forward on just this side? That candle looks like it's moving at speed. Is that just not moving? What's happening? Interesting. But yeah, that's sped up potentially. I don't I don't know if I like. Let's step forward another 10 minutes and see if Bobby gets his TP. Well, they do come back up, it looks like. Ugh. If they break that high, Bob, you'll probably get your TP. Let's see. All right. And we're just stepping forward just to see if Bob gets his TP. Oh, wait. Would I have gotten like tapped in? Ooh. Where would my stop have been? Because the entry I wanted was here. I probably wouldn't have taken this because I don't trust it after they come back. Let me look. Where would my stop have been if I got that entry I wanted? Do, 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 do. Oh yeah, I'd be stopped out hardcore. But remember what I said, like I want my stop to be below this candle, which would have saved me. And I'm not gonna lie to you, sometimes, even though I see this little thing here, like I want this pop right here into it, a return back down, the body is where I really, the body's where I really, really, really prefer the entry. Ah! Why? Because of that damn wick. The wick is so long, like it makes me really uncomfortable. But that would have given me the TP I wanted. I wouldn't have cared about that. Just come back up to here. But I would not have taken that because I just don't trust it. I would not have trusted it. Oh, so much lack of trust. What about the fair value gap setup? You know what I mean? Like the silver bullet. I always miss those. So we've got one. When did you form? 931. So this is the first presented fair value gap. So maybe if they bust above this with a body, that would be the one, but I don't like any of that. So the step forward advance is 10 minutes. Looks like we get 10 whole minutes. All right, let's step forward one more time and see if Bob gets his TP, and then we'll switch to a new uh, date and to try to what? So we haven't moved. We're just hanging out in this space. Ooh, that's ugly. Oh, it's trying to push up, Bobby. Now, what time is it? It's 10:51. So I wanted an entry here, but I wanted it with this pop. Didn't get it, so I wouldn't have taken this. Because they'd already gone to where I wanted a TP. I don't care about it after that. Because in my mind, there's no reason for them to come all the way back down here. Though, respecting the midpoint or just above the midpoint of this 4 hour fair value gap is not a bad reason to go long from this general vicinity. Would I have gotten an entry? That's a big fat no. But I would have tried right here again, which would hurt my heart. But this looks like it's gonna do this BS for a while. So, Bob, you would have been in this trade for 15, 30, 35, almost 40 minutes now. Let's step forward another 10 minutes and see if they pop up at all. Looks like they're trying. They took the high out. Come on, give Bobby his sandals. I'm gonna step forward one more time. Cause they're wow. I mean, they're trying. They're trying. They're trying real hard. They're so close. Honestly, with all of this BS and weirdness, I think I know you don't necessarily move your stop, Bob, but I mean, you got an entry here, right? Would you want to at least like lock it in from here or something? He's like 198. Here we go. All right, let's step forward 10 more minutes and see if we get. Oh my goodness. Bob, you get your 198. Bam! Get them sandals, Bobby. Get them sandals. Woo! Sandals, sandals, sandals. Okay, so no moving of the stop, and you get your full TP. Nice. Very, very nice. All right, let's pick a closer date to September so we can actually set an order. Do you guys have another day that you'd like to backtest? And actually, let's do a quick check. So we can't do a day, I must just grab a random day in April. I just want to see if the buy and sell buttons are zoomed out. Yes, those are. So we can't do April if I want to put an actual order in. Let's see if we could do something in May with an actual order in. So nope. Okay, so we can't go back to May. I mean, we can do those days. We just can't. I just have to put Power of Three, Wolfie. All right, so not May. So let's see how far back in June we can go. Because I want to put it in because I want to see it. Because part of the point is so that I can. Really? Not even June? Dang. July? Come on. Give me something juicy. No? Wow. Okay, so I guess there are limits to this thing. August. You gotta be able to do August. It was just last month. For real. What in the bloody hell? Come on. August 11th? That's like barely any time ago. August 28th. What is going on? This can't be right. September 2nd. That's only 3 weeks ago. Come on. Okay. All right. I don't know if this is because they're doing maintenance or something, because it looks like it's grayed out for all dates. Yeah. What? Okay. I don't know what's happening now. I straight up just don't know what's happening now. Maybe I just can't use it today? Because, all right, whatever. Let's pick another day. Let's back up since we can't do anything. So we had March. Does anybody have a day they traded that was really craptastic and they couldn't figure out what the hell they were doing? Let's see if we can trade it. In the meantime, I'm gonna go to May. I'm gonna go to a random Tuesday in May at 9:35. Well, 9:37, so I don't have to wait too long. Okay. And so right now we're on May 13th. And let's look at the daily for the moment just to see what was going on. Okay, so we turned around. We turned around. Looks like Wolfie, after you got your TP there, it just ran away. All right, so we decided to go back to being bullish, which is nice on the daily. Just pushing up. All right, so in that case, let's see if there's anything on the 15 minutes. Things that I would normally be doing. Wow, is this one of those days they just ran away and gave nobody a chance to get in on anything? Let's see if there's like, I need a target. I need something they're running for. So let's look at the 4 hour and see if there's anything we can dig into that they're running for, because they are just knocking out liquidity like it's going out of style on this day, May 13th. Okay. So we've taken this out. We're about to take that out. Some equal highs up here. All right, so let's set some targets for a long. I'm gonna use this one. That's a 4 hour high. I usually like to use a 15, but if I can't see it on the chart, the best to go look at the higher time frame to see if you can get something juicy to work towards. Uh, ooh, there's also a 4 hour fair value gap. Did they dip into that? Let me see. I'd like to see, I love the fair value gaps where they've tapped it and dropped because, okay, so that, okay, they did tap it and drop. Okay, so I'm gonna use the fib retracement for this just so I don't like clutter up the chart with too many colors. Sometimes that annoys the crap out of me. So with all this bullishness, and let's get a little gradient on that puppy. And this is a bullish fair value gap. So I'm just gonna make it green just to remind me it's a bullish fair value gap on the little quadrants. There we go. Okay, where do you stop? Let's go this way. Let's auto zoom. Okay. Oops. Let's get that zoomies out. So it's 9. Oh, I'm sorry. What the hell? I thought I set this to 9:35. So that's kind of cheating, right? Cause we know it's going up. What was that 9 o'clock? That's a little cheating. That's a little cheaty, isn't it? Now we know it's gonna pop up. Let's pick a different day. Let's pick the Monday. Actually, let's pick the 20th. I don't like to know where it's going if we're gonna do this thing. Oh God. This is so a week later we still haven't claimed this high. It's 9:35. What is that? Let's drop to a 15-minute on this one. Ugh, ugly. Very, very ugly. So we've taken a bunch of stuff out. We're inside of that fair value gap that the week before we would have been aiming for. Ugh, this is ugly price action. I do not like it. It's ugly. All right, what are we aiming for in here? What do we have to work with to the left? Because I'm not gonna lie, there's been fair value gaps that have saved my life. And since we've been busting around in this one, the one that we were aiming for the previous week, this is not as important to me, sadly. But we're dropping. What is this? This is London low right here. So let's note that London low. And if I'm being completely honest with you, I don't need all of this run, just that little section there. So let's do some sell side right here. Because I'd love to see them take that out. Whoops. Let's dig in. Now I'm wondering if there's any fair value gaps to the far left that have held price up on the 15-minute. Because the ones that are like close to switches and changes in structure are super, super helpful. And they can be considered reclaimed. So not that one. No, the only one that's held anything up is this one. A couple times until it broke below and then used it as support to drop. But that's too far down here to make that work. So let's just go with what we see. So it's May 20th, 9:37. Let's see if there's any news that we should be aware of. Because if there's news, then I'll just push it to 10 o'clock and then we can just trade after that. Because I absolutely do not trade before news. So May 20th. Yep, no news. I think there's an orange folder at 3 o'clock, but this is in the morning, so I don't really care too much about that. All right, so what did we do? We left these equal highs up here, which is what I would aim for if I got a long. And let's just specify that as buy side. Okay. Oh, right. I was supposed to name these things ICT stuff because I do absolutely trade ICT. I forgot, you guys. I absolutely forgot. I didn't really care as much, you know? All right, we swept the London lows very shallowly. I would prefer if they dropped one more time and take it a little bit more fully. But this is all just insane choppiness we're sitting inside of. No, man, this might have been one of those mornings where I would have just said, eh, never mind. Also, if this, seriously, why can't I? Yeah, it's all grayed out. Why the heck is it all grayed out? It's so rude. It's usually not grayed out. Hmm. Well, there's also the possibility that if they take this high out, we've got a long wick here, no fair value gaps down here, potential for an entry at the top of this thing. But if they don't take it, then we'll get another push down. I mean, we're inherently bullish, but this is the kind of price action I just can't get behind. It's, like, what are you trying to tell me over here? Seriously, where'd it go? Because this is a range. We just hit the bottom of the range. Okay, since I can't set an order for whatever reason, I will use these lines as Wolfie suggests to point out where I want my entry, stop, and TP. Oops. Which is hashtag annoying as hell. What is happening? I wonder if I need to close it and start it again. What do you guys think? All right. I said I want to duplicate. Okay. Let me just prep these as we wait. There's no news this day, so we're just going with the flow. Just gonna make that green just to feel like we're getting that cheddar. But I wanted them to take this more fully, so maybe we get that. Because that'd be nice. That'd be real nice. And then let me set my stop at where it should go. If I had the choice. So we'll make that red. So we know that's a green is for winning, red is for liquidity and getting your R's handed to you by the markets. But we are at the bottom of this mini range here. This 15-minute candle is literal dog poop. So I'll wait till it closes because I don't like it. Oh, Maddie has readjusted in pure cuteness. All right, Bob. So for your 15-minute, that was 9:15. You'd be waiting for this one to close? It's not pretty though. It's not pretty. But for me, they've taken some liquidity and it's just air below here. Lots and lots of fair value gaps. And I mean, if they want to rebalance all of this, they can absolutely do so. I don't know if they will. They could. Ah. And what do they do to the left of that? This is just this is one of those choppy opens. I don't like it. I don't like when NASDAQ opens choppy like this. It just messes with the whole vibe. And then you need to wait until we get away from this chop to do anything. Like trading, unless you're scalping, this is just trash for me. It's trash price action. It's also trash price action because we're in this damn range. I hate ranges. I cannot trade. My setup is not, it's not set up for ranges. It's not. And I've yet to get a scenario where I can figure out a silver bullet setup, like a day where I could try and use that. But that's why we're picking randomly, so we can get like we can feel the way we would feel on the day. So I'm feeling the way I would feel on the day. I'm offended. All right, about a minute left in that 15-minute candle of grossness. What does a daily candle on a day like this even look like? I bet it's like a doji. If it's like an ugly doji. Okay, it's not an ugly doji, but we are in a little mini range. Hate ranges, especially when they're on a daily. The best days to trade are trending days like this. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. Crap. Don't like. Anyway, let's go back to the 15-minute. So we broke the base of this thing. And this 15-minute candle is closing very, very indecisively, even though it took the lows out. Uh, if this digs into the 10 o'clock time frame, then afternoon trading it is for this scenario. For real. So far, we had a lovely day where a lovely setup showed up and it would not have tagged me in by a couple ticks. But we also learned to pay close attention to what the handles are doing, especially for entries that I like with the tiny little volume imbalance in it. If it's already been tapped, it doesn't necessarily mean that it can't come back to it, but a tap and a strong push out of it would probably, maybe it denotes that it's not going to come back down there, especially for the entries that I like. But that's all right. I am and will continue to trade my A plus setup for the remainder of the year. The only thing I want to try and do though is I keep seeing the silver bullet setup after the fact. Like I need to train myself to spot it and add different confluences to it before the fact. Because I don't know about you guys, but you for this 15 minutes you want it to be green for a long. Ugh, this range is just disgusting. Oh my God. Okay, do you guys have a different day? This is awful. This is an awful day. This is an awful morning. But I guess this is also good because this is an exact representation of the type of price action that I try my hardest to avoid. And as retail traders, if you can, please, 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 please avoid this as well. This is this is designed to take all of your money. That's it. It's designed to take all your money. It's going nowhere. It's not doing anything. It's just being annoying. But I'm curious though, like after it swept this, did it give any kind of juicy setup after that? What time was that? It's last night. I just wanted to see if they gave, like, if my setup would have shown up after they swept all that and then dropped. I don't know about you guys, but how irritating is it to have this happen and you can't get in unless you YOLO? Hmm? Oh, good. We're getting some push. Some push. The next lows are down here, so let me move that down so I can note it. Get it. How annoying is this? I mean, come on. Come on. Come on. Nothing. And they're small little candles too. They're so annoying. Why can't we get the big juicy candles, like big drops? But these 1-1 candles will have you like second guessing your life. For real. All right. 9:48. Looks like they wanted to dig in a little further. So let's dig back over this way while we're waiting. All right, we've left this range. You know what? Auto zoom. Auto zoom. Oh. So we've left the range. Please ignore my thingies there. They're just for later on when I can get some sort of setup. All right, it's 9:48. I'm gonna be super duper patient. So Bob, this is looking real bearish, but this candle still has plenty of time left on it as a 50-minute candle. Look at this run up. Let me move this to the side. I just need to move that out the way. These are my representations of my entries and my stops because for some reason today I can't. These are grayed out. Don't know why they're grayed out, but they're all grayed out, which makes me very sad. Anyway, so just as a reminder, we are trying to trade May 20th, the New York session, New York AM session. And this 15 minutes is looking, we've been looking pretty bullish. I mean, on the daily, the 4 hour, 1 hour, I think it's all been pretty bullish. So still considering like a long would be nice. You got to sell with a 60-point TP. Yeah, May 20th. Now, if they bust past this and continue dropping, then any long ideas I have are pretty much dead, if I'm being honest with you. And on the 15 minutes, let's duplicate that. The next internal sell side is here. And then the final nail in this sell side coffin is right here. Like the coup de grace is right there. So my model says wait for liquidity to be swept. They swept this liquidity right here. If anybody had their stops under that puppy, there's plenty of juice down here because there's been no selling here. It's just buying. And so they can dip all the way down to take all of that out. It's 950. So I need them to leave this area for me to feel comfortable to reach for a sell. Otherwise, give me a shift to go long. Did you, Wolfie, in your journal, did you win that? Or are you just testing it out on that day and against your momentum thing right now? Guys, my nose has been like stuffy since yesterday. So I apologize. I don't know why. I'm not getting sick that I'm aware of. Okay, so you're just testing it. Got it. Nice. It's good to backtest your setups. And I like that whole concept of the momentum thing that you're doing too. I think it's pretty cool. Especially when it kind of helps you determine which direction. Because nothing's worse than thinking you have the right direction and you're offside, you know? For me, I tend to stick with whatever the higher time frame tells me. So the daily, the 4 and the 1 hour. If they're all in sync and going in one direction, then I'm just looking for a setup in that direction only. Hit TP, max potential down was 96 points. Okay. Now you're skewing my idea about this day. Oh, but regardless of that though, a shift on this day would be here if there was going to be a proper shift. And I would look for those equal highs if I could get it. If we don't shift, then it's going to continue down. And, this is all internal liquidities. So if they're going to take out this whole range of which it starts from here and ends up here, this is the actual full-fledged liquidity that they would be running for. Anything else is all just internal liquidity they've knocked out. Okay, so 9:53, no news day. Sorry. No, it's fine. I love it. Keep it coming. But I also told you what it would take for me to go short on in this particular scenario. They would have to leave this area and dig deep into it. And then I would look for a retracement to go short to here. I don't need the full run, just first available liquidity. But look at us. We are running. This 50-minute candle is depending on how it closes, that will tell you. Right now, this is looking like it wants to run back up. Nothing would irritate me more if they choose to run and take it out and then turn around and drop. That when NQ decides to go into full diva mode and just be like ha 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 to retail and just run away, and the only opportunity you get to get in on any trade is to YOLO into a trade, which I cannot do anymore. Every time I've tried to just hit a market buy, and I've not hit a market buy in 2025. It's all been limit orders. 2024, when I started trading this live account, I whenever I hit that FOMO feeling after taking a couple losses, I would just hit it. And I don't know how I have this weird association with it, negative association with hitting the market. I know that'll change eventually, and that's good eventually. But for now, I need to master just taking my setup and setting my limit order. Win or lose, just take the trade. Because over time, it's just the statistics will show that it's better for me to just trade that way. Because even I think Bob, you made a suggestion that I track. Was it you, Bob, that said I should track like my weekly? It might have been Abundance Protocol that said that to me at one point, but or you both of you said it, but track the weekly because I track my monthly returns and things, and I added an additional thing to my dashboard with the weekly, and I just started it from last week, so I don't want to go back um, every single thing because what I want to do is just track it for that month. Like, how am I doing each week for that month? And instead of showing every single week of every single month, just for the month that I'm trading, that's what that dashboard will show. But like as I mentioned, I took two losses this week and only one win. But even with two losses, I'm up $950 for the week, for last week. So it's when they're talking about like risk management is really important. It really is. Because for me, the way I trade, I'm looking for like a good 60 points every time I get a good setup. I know a lot of people scalp and they look for like, 10 points here, 20 points there, whatever. That's perfectly fine. That's just their model. But for me, I trade less and I'm looking for more. That's just the way I do it. Um, okay, so what do we got? 956. So I don't like this shift as much. Mm, we did sweep some liquidity. I am bullish in general, but it doesn't scream my model. Like, can you take this out with some alacrity? Can you please? Come on, take it out. Ah, it's ugly though. I don't like it. As a model, it's as for it to fit my model, like the run for this range for me is from here to here. I want to see them take that out and then uh maybe come back in. But what I don't generally like is when they leave a big fair value gap in here and then they still haven't given me a juicy run. I know I said this is a potential shift too, but it's not one I'm a big fan of personally. So, other thing that we're trying to work through is the second stage entry. So, I think that's technically different from when they sweep liquidity, give me a shift, leave nothing here, and then give me an up close candle and I enter from there. I don't think that's a second stage entry because whenever I get when I get an entry off of that propulsion block, it tends to just shoot. It tends to just shoot up, and at that point, I can just kind of manage it, and then we never really get back to it. But in scenarios here where we have fair value gap here and one in front, and we need to get up out of here. I don't like this. So I wouldn't have taken this. What is it? We got a minute 12 seconds, 10 seconds for the 10 o'clock hour, and there's no news. So it'd be nice if I could. I bet you I could put a third thing on here with ES. Nah, I don't like when my trading screens are too, what's the word I'm looking for? Too busy. So if you look at any of my older videos from like 3 years ago, when I was trying to figure things out, all beginner traders are looking at like, you know, the EMAs and stuff, or um Danchan channels, or will the Aiken Hashi candles work better? I don't really understand those. I mean, I looked at them for a little while and I was like, yeah, I don't know what the difference is. A lot of folks say that it helps them see the flow of the price flow a lot easier, but I don't know. Have you guys tried to use those? The Haikanashi candles, sticks? I don't know. I can't get down with it. But the whole concept of just hoping that because I've put like a Danshan channel there and it's supposed to hit the corner of that channel and then run in the opposite direction, just I don't it wasn't enough for me. It just didn't feel comfortable. Like I couldn't feel comfortable taking a trade like that. I know it works for a lot of folks and that's great, but for me I need just naked price action to tell me what the heck is happening. And if I'm right in calling where it's gonna go, amazing. If I'm wrong, well, whatever. Oh, so Bob, this 50-minute candle closed bearish, even if I would have loved for it to close bearish with a body below these lows. Is this a short for you? 10 o'clock. This is like, can you try a short entry for me here? Okay. So for Wolfie, the entry would be a short right here. And where is your TP, Wolfie? You said about 60 points, so it's going to be somewhere all the way down here. And guys, there's no stop for Wolfie, so ignore this. We just got our entry, and it's 3 micros, just to be clear. 60 points. Boy, I don't do math. Where is 60 points? Ignore me. I'm just messing with you. All right, so 3 micros, 60 points. I am going to be, give me a second. Maybe I'm getting sick. So I'm not feeling all that terrible, but why am I so snotty in, maybe not snotty, but mm, my nose is feeling weird. I like it. Okay, so this is Wolfie's entry right at the base of this 1 hour candle, right? Make sure I got that right. Right at the base of that 1 hour candle. Okay, and Bob's still waiting on this to close green. So since we're testing this out, so let's go. This is Wolfie's entry, and Bob's still waiting on a green candle. And for me, if I trusted this shift here, which I don't, this would have been like an entry, but I don't do that. I don't trust it, so I wouldn't have taken this. I don't like it. I need for this, I need a second stage entry. And Coke? What do you mean? What kind of Coke? The drink, right, Bob? The drink, right, Bob? Don't play games, Bob. The drink. I'm drinking. Maddie is up and on the lappy tappies. Come here, little girl. You will not, and I repeat, end my live stream before I am done. Backtesting, little girl. Okay? Oh, you're so cute. Why are you so cute? The cuteness is real, y'all. I don't know how my post it. Could you not? That is not a place for to make biscuits. Guys, this kitty man, I swear. Let's see. Do, 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 do. Ah, kitties, biscuits. So 331. So 60 points for Wolfie is about here. 331. So Wolfie setup would give him 60 points to about right about here, approximately. Could you stop? Use the stomach, okay? Use the stomach. It's weird. It's weird that you've started doing that. I'm glad you guys can't see this. It's just random. Don't encourage him, Wolfie. Don't encourage him. All right, so Bob's waiting for a green entry. I am not taking anything here because I don't like it. You okay? I see you still love me. That's so nice. Who's your nice kitty? All right, so plenty of juice down here if they do want to. It's inside of this fair value gap right here on the 15 minute. I don't see anything I like in this price action. Like nothing. Nothing about this price action makes me happy. I don't like it. I don't like any of it. All right, Wolfie taking some heat. Taking some heat. Now here's the stupid thing, right? Look at that. If I had taken it, I would have won in the body. I'm not gonna lie. Actually, let's look at this. No, I wouldn't. If I had taken this, let's zoom deeply in. See that little crack in the paint there? I would have wanted it right there if I'd taken an entry. But I don't like the price action. We're in a chop zone. I don't like it. I would have preferred if they'd moved away with alacrity. You'll take a lot more heat? Oh my God. All right, so guys, why is she so cute though? Seriously. What is this? What is this? What is this? What is this little fluff bug? What is this little floofer? Who are you, you little floofer? By the way, guys, this one is on my lap like this throughout the entire workday. How, or most of it, how am I supposed to get anything done? All the purring and the vibrating, all it makes me want to do is go to sleep. For real. Just go to sleep. Anyway. Ugh, they're so adorable. Jeez. But given that this is not an ideal scenario for me, I no take it. Ooh, Wolfie, looking good for you. If we take this low out, Wolfie gets a little TP there. This cat is always okay. We have two phases with these kitties, okay? Super chill, I'm napping, and cute. And then we have demon mode, okay? Then we have demon mode where they're just running and jumping and it's like chaos. And I'm like, what the heck? And oh my God, I was up here working one day. They like barreled up the stairs. I thought somebody was chasing them. I was like, who's in my house? That these cats are running like their tails are on fire. Oh, look at the belly. Look at the belly. Ah, you guys, I'm sorry, but you gotta get some of this belly. Look at that belly. Look at it. Look at it's so cute though. It's the cutest belly ever. Bye. Good. There's a way to get her off my space. Sorry, I give her lots of loves all the time. Okay, yeah. So see, this is why for me, this is not an ideal A plus setup for me. For my setup, yes, we got a sweep, but I needed them to take that out. Be gone. And then for all of this chop, I probably would have preferred a two-stage setup, like a 5 minute shift, which would be up here. They would have to shift up here for me to feel comfortable going long. And then I'd have lots of juicy up here. But this looks like it's coming down, so no likey. I think Wolfie's setup has the right of it in here. So Bob, you still have some time on your candle. Oh man, who wants me to this type of day drives me nuts. Let me see, did I even trade on May 20th? Let me look at my journal. Oh, she's coming back, y'all. She's coming back around. Run! No, wait, she's sitting down. Oh, don't push that off. You silly girl. You silly, adorable girl. I did not trade on May 20th, so I'm quite happy that this is also a day I did not touch. Probably because it's this BS Shoppy Fest. Make up your mind. Okay, so we are definitely closing nice and bearish on this. You're wrong initially? Okay. Well, I mean, Wolfie, since you're trading 3 micros and you have your um whole setup and plan around it, it's not terrible until it gets to your TP. I saw it work on Friday. Like you took a lot of heat on Friday before you got your full TP. So if it works for you, it works for you, you know? I'm gonna delete the sell side just to clean up the charts a little bit. I don't like too much on here. So far Wolfie's entered. Bob's like, no. I am like, hell no. I personally, if they take this low out after hesitating here, I don't know, man. The higher time frame isn't screaming at me like they're gonna move. But if we can escape this chop zone, then the sky is the limit down here. Like I don't even need that. Like I would take it to here. Let me specify that as like where I would go if I was maybe the midpoint of this. Yeah. About the midpoint of that. Like this is where I would get, let's go DJTP right there. Like if I was to get in a short here. But it has to drop. So there's been a number of times over the last 2 years that I've seen this changed my bias, and then I would have wanted to take a short, especially at the base. Like this little fair value gap here. I'm wondering if that would work for me. Let's see. So Wolfie took a short there. My TP. So I'm also trying to notice the where it's after 10 o'clock. Oops, I need a green one for this. It's after 10 o'clock on the 20th. So would we have, is this the silver bullet that I would be missing on this day? Let's see. This makes me nervous. Tiny little break right here that would be good for a short. It hasn't shifted properly up here, so maybe this would be the entry for me if they choose to come back up to it. But we got 2 minutes left on this 50-minute candle, and it's still ugly. Still an ugly candle. It's just one of those ugly days. I bet you anything, like I saw this price action and I was like, you know what? This is some BS. I'm gonna come back another day. Yeah, probably. I was on vacation. I don't know. When you're on vacation, guys, don't be focusing on work or anything else. I don't like this candle. So we need to like escape this whole space. And then maybe if they set some retracement back up, that'd be good. But for my model, this does not work. For Wolfie, he's sort of in. He's in, but he's not. He's kind of green, but not really. Let's put Wolfie's TP right here. And Bob, you got nothing, right? Ooh, that 50-minute close is starting to look a lot more juicy. See, this is why you have to wait for these candles to close, y'all. Like, don't sleep on these candle closures because it lies while it's forming. It lies so hard. I can't. Bob, you got a saying for when things lie? I know you got a funny one. I know you do. I know you do. I hear a Sasha, y'all. I hear a Sasha. Oh, oh, Sasha's coming. She's carrying her toy in her mouth. I did not know cats did this until these two kitties. You wanted to go, you want along, right? Because you needed to close green. This indecisiveness this is a day I wouldn't take any trades. Oh, nice stretch, Maddie. Go play with your sister. Nice, cuties. Yeah, when things lie, because my brain doesn't kick up good sayings. Everybody says that my jokes are like dad jokes, but I don't personally agree because I can't ever actually think of a dad joke to say in the moment. It has to be organic, you know? It has to be massively organic. So, like I said, if I was trading the way I was earlier this year and last year, I would have tried to take a short here. Do I trust this? No, not touching it. It's not my A plus setup. So, Maddie, what are you doing? You're so cute though. They can't see you. She's got her head like right here. And then Sasha's right behind her in the windowsill. Silly girl. Yeah. So we got nothing. Wolfie's getting a little red. This could be a staircase to return back down. They did tap this guy, but again, if I were to go short, it wouldn't be on this price action here. You need to, again, sweep something. But there's also the concept of failing to do so as well, right? Like failing to take the high out. Like in this case, they failed to do a proper sweep, so a continuation down makes sense. Trying to learn to be more flexible. We usually say that dog don't hunt. All right, I like that. I have heard that one too. That dog don't hunt. That dog don't hunt. Tell you what does hunt. These kitties. These lantern flies are getting their asses handed to them by these cats, man. I'm trying to tell you, it is torture when these cats get to them lantern flies. I don't feel bad for them. Those things know how to like escape it. You know, they know how to escape. They're like every time I try to stomp one, it's like it's gone. Speed is incredible. What is this price action of awfulness? It is literally awful. Awful. The only thing that would make this feel semi decent to me is the fact that we're still inside this fair value gap. This little thing they dropped, and my stop would be above here, but I would never take this. This is trash. This is trash. This is trash. Oh, cutie baby. Hi. You guys want to see Sasha? Well, I'm loath to take her away from her playtime with her toy. But they're in like play mode, so see when it's like this, we got all these wicks. Look at this closure on this 50-minute candle. Look at it. Look at it. Sorry. Look at all of it. What does any of this tell you? Not a damn thing. Why? We have a big wick down. That took liquidity. We have a big wick down and a big wick up. It's almost equidistant. Where the hell is it going to go? I don't know. It's not telling me. Oh, and look, here's why I don't take this. It doesn't fit my model. It does help me fix stuff. Bob, will you enter long above the 50-minute orb? Oh yeah, your 50-minute candle is, well, this one, you're waiting for this one still. Hey, Sasha. Sasha, come here, baby. Sasha, come here. Sasha, come here, baby. Ah, she's just staring at me. She's so cute, though. Why is she staring at me? Hmm. So, fair value gaps that I don't actually care about. Is there anything juicy? Oh, hello. It's not as juicy. They spent so much time painting inside of it. It's only if could have used it as support for like a short or something, but this day sucks. This is a crap day. Pick a different day. I'm gonna fast forward this and pick a different day because there's nothing in here for me. I just want to see if Death's orb works. Hey Sasha, come here, baby. Oh, she jumped up. And now she's scratching her ear. Cats are so picky. Power of three. All right, Bob. So when you say power three, because that's usually like manipulation, accumulation, and then distribution. So we're in the manipulation phase, right? And you're waiting for the distribution. Or are you looking at like the 15 minutes manipulation? I don't actually know how to look at that from here. Pretty girl. Hi. So does anybody know why some cats just like to lick your finger? Is that like a grooming thing? Like Sasha, she'll literally use her paws and like hold on to me and then just licking fingers. So much licking. Oh my God, I can't deal with it. That sandpaper tongue is epic. Get away from my straw, you kitties. Now they're both on one side. I don't know how to stop them from being on here. Oh, Wolfie, taking some heat. Some heaty heat. All right. Still got a little time on that 15 minutes candle. Looking pretty strong right there for you, Bob. I originally wanted a long, like, okay, so did I miss something important? We took the liquidity here. We failed to make a lower low here. Are we going to shift upwards to take out the equal highs up here? I'll TP in almost 6 hours if I translate both our charts correctly time-wise, so you can skip forward a lot for me, okay? If you're long biased, okay. So in case you wanted to see the Sasha, there is the Sasha in her regal lady self. Right, pretty girl? And why must they sit on the laptops? Why? Right, pretty girl? Okay. And, and the front door just opened, so I think they're gonna go inspect whomever has come in. She is chilling, and now she's gone. Oh, but it's too choppy. Like a neat. We're gonna have to pick another day. Let's see, Bob. Let's push forward for. We got 10 minutes. Let's adjust the time to 10:30 for you, Bob, so we can see if your thing works. Because this day is a trash day for me. There's nothing for me to do. But let's see if yours stuff would be working out. So it's the 15-minute has closed. Ugh, it's ugly. We're still in this range. Oh my God. This is awful, you guys. This is a terrible day. How did I manage to pick this shitty day? Like, come on. Oh, what a gross day. All right, Bob. So we going long right here. This is a huge candle. All right, so Bob's long from, oh, you're basically long from Wolfie's entry. Okay. All right, so let me duplicate this. So Wolfie's short. So let me make an adjustment. Let me say, so Wolfie's short here and Bob is long. And Shakira is flat because this is bullshit for me. This type of entry is crap. All right, so Bob went long at this candle right here, right? Make sure I've got that right. Long at 240 at 425. 425. Oh, so you're not in yet. Got it. Hold up. Let me make sure I put it in the right place. So you're trying to take your long at 425. Right there. Okay, so if it breaks this, then you get your entry long from here. Wolfie's short already from here, and I am flat because this is trash for me. I can't do that. Because I mean, come on, look how much they're painting inside of this space. Like rude. Just rude. Just rude. Okay, so let's see. So Wolfie says that if I'm right, then it took 6 hours for his TP to hit. Wolf, I have no idea how you sit so long into that trade, but it's all right. So his entry Bob hasn't gotten in yet because it hasn't broken up here, so we're just waiting and we just painting. All right, so let's do this. Let's do some push forwards because I think they're gonna just sit in the space for like, oh, okay, 10 minutes later, Bob gets in. Looks like. All right, so Bob's triggered 10 minutes later. What's your TP, Bob, for your long entry? Wolf is still in, but he's taking some heat right now, y'all. He's taking some heat. Whoops, whoops. What's your TP? So 40. Now we can keep. So 40 points for you, right, Bob? Is your TP from this entry? 480. Okay. So let me duplicate this puppy, and you're looking for 480, right? So 480 right there. So Bob is looking for 480 and Wolf is looking for 60 points this way. All right, so Bob would have gotten triggered here. And let's see. Oop, let me just delete that since I'm not going to take anything on this screen. Things in the way. We have this very gap and this one. I always get mildly. I always wonder if these matter since they cancel each other out. But, you never know. This candle is 10:45. So let's see if we get to, well, basically the equal highs above here. I'm a little high on my thing, so I have to always be checking. Oh yeah, where's your stop? Sorry, I should put your stop. So if this is 40, your stop's 20, right? Oh yeah. I know I can type the price in to make it, just 480. But I'm lazy, so don't don't judge me. All right. Let's say we have a little something something to get through right here on the 15. It's not very big, but you need to get through it with some alacrity. You need to push, 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 push. I'm only calling it out because we haven't closed any bullish price above it yet. So if it does, then you should be all right. Now I'm wondering if there was just so much crap around in here. It's hard. All right, so this is the line in the sand. If you're gonna get, so you're in a good place right now. You've gotten in, and your TP's up here. Wolfie's taking some heat. That's all right. He's doing 3 micros, just below the previous wick. Yeah, I see it. So now the question is, well, we finally broken above this thing. Let me see. I wish there was a center thing to just pull it across. Why don't they have that? It's very annoying. So I guess a long could have been considered from the midpoint once we busted above here. I would have probably been interested in this, but they never came back, so I wouldn't have gotten that in. But again, I don't like any of this, so I like this push up. That's nice. We need to get past this. So we've tapped it once, twice so far, and no green candles above it. So we shall see. And then let's pick and then give me another day after this, because this is gross. It's a gross day. It's a gross day. I can't even pick a silver bullet to try and do something with. This day just reminds me not to trade when it comes to my model. All right, let's speed this up. The 3 times the speedy thingy. Let's see if we get some 3 times the speed. Go, go, go! Does Bobby get his TP? And then we can check to see if Wolfie gets his TP before 4 o'clock. Because his model sets it. Yeah, we can fast forward. Because we want the slow. So, looks like you're coming up. So let's step forward 10 minutes. All right. Let's step forward 10 minutes. Oh, God. Bob. That dang fair value gap, man. It held. Like you needed it to slice through some butter. It did not slice through said butter. All right, so Bob's taking some heat now. Let's push through another 10 minutes. Let's see if we get. This is why I don't trade these days. Look at this. What is this? What is this? This is trash. This is trash price. If anybody doesn't know what trash price action looks like, this is it. Burn it into your eyeballs. You do not want to be in this, but in this. Long wicks. My stop can't handle this. All right, let's step another 10 minutes. This is 11:10. Let's see how long you'd have to be in this trade. Jesus. Oh, look, we're still here. Jeez. This is a terrible day. Like, this is the kind of day you should just avoid, I think. This is true. This is very true. You are not wrong. You are most definitely not wrong. Wolfie's taking some heat. Bob's at basically break even on his entry. And we ain't getting nowhere near here. And we back in the chop. Ugh. All right, let's step through another 10 minutes. Oh my God. Gone nowhere. Gone nowhere. This is just gross. Okay. Bob, we've gone to your entry, we've left your entry, we've come back to your entry. Like, this is just, this is what gives you ulcers, man. Like, this price action gives you ulcers. And that's probably why I did not trade this day. It is not in my journal. I did not take a trade this day because it's trash. And I'd like to find a nice word for that trash, but whatever. All right, 11:30. Let's push through another 10 minutes. Oh my God. Oh no. Wow. So Wolfie, if you're right, it would take you 6 hours to get 60 points. You know what kind of 60 points I like? The one that comes in 3 minutes. Like, what can we get those more often? Seriously. 6 hours for 60 points? It's not worth my blood pressure. Of which is amazing right now, and I like to keep it that way. Goodness, what is this? Okay, 11:42, another 10 minutes. What? Oh my, yeah. And we're back to Bob's entry. Guys, trash trading. Trash trading. This is trash trading. Stay away from this trash. Where are you going? Where are you going? Wolf is in heat. Bob is in heat. Everybody's in some heat. Lunchtime is giving nobody anything. On days like this, push up to the higher time frame. In fact, I'm gonna move this to 5 minutes just because this is so much trash. It's about to hit your TP, Bob? All right, cool. Bob's excited. Bob's ready. Bob's TP's up here. Let's go. This is the 5 minutes. It's less egregious, but still shitty. Is there anything I could have done in this 5 minutes? Is there even a fair vet? There's a tiny one right here. I don't even care about that one. This is no, there's nothing going on here. Let's step forward another 10 minutes. 12:03, y'all. 12:03. But my God, Bob is in the green again. Bob is in the green again. Yay! Can we get some movement? If we push past this, then you'll probably have a chance to get something. 10 minutes. Let's go. 10 more minutes. Oh, Bob, you're in the red again. Oh my God. What is happening on this day? There's no clean movement. It does not want to move from the spot. We're in the chop. So hard. 10 more minutes. You're killing me, Smalls. Killing me. Everybody's in the red right now. Wolfie's in the red. Bob's in the red. But they still alive. They're still alive because Bob's stop is below here, I think. And it hasn't stopped you out yet. Right? Ugh, all this wicking. I hate it. I hate it so much. This is even the 5 minute, and I'm pissed off at it. Because you got in on this, and your stop is, what? Just below here? Oh my God, y'all. Let's step another 10 minutes. So you've been in this trade, both of you so far, have been in this trade for a few hours now. Okay, Bob. Oh no, Bob's in the green again. You know what? Let's push this over here. We don't even need that one. We're just going to watch the 15. Bob's in the green again. Bob is in the green. Let's go, Bobby! Okay, I'm sorry, Wolfie. Ugh, 6 hour trade. Okay, so we've learned this week that 6 hour trades are not ideal. A few hours of cursing? Oh my God, this would be me the whole time. Yes. Yes. I'm not here. This is why I don't swing trade. I cannot take the longer term setups. It just drives me insane. Like this is driving me nuts, and I'm not even in it. If I had tried to trade this, I'd be stopped out like that. Anyway, let's push forward another 10 minutes. It's now 12:45. Oh my goodness, it's pushed above that Beautiful. So I think Bobby's about to get his TP, y'all. Bobby's getting his TP. Okay. No joke, Bob. After your entry here, I would totally put my stop right here. But that's just me because they've they were using this as support, but that's just what I would do. Let's step forward another 10 minutes. Let's hope this next candle pushes up. Let's go. Okay, yeah. It's about to trample wolf to hit my TP. Obviously. If you Hey, Wolfie, you all right, man. You all right. You all right. 3 micros, you can take the heat. You can take the heat. Okay. So one more. Come on. Push up for Bob and then let's drop for Wolfie. Ugh, it's doing that thing again. Okay. See what I said? Look at that. Put your stop here after it's like use this as support. Put your stop here, safe, man. You just tapped it and ran off again. Let's do another 10 minutes. Ah, jeez, but this so such a choppy day, man. All right, so now the question is, are they considering this of an order block that they want to use for reversal since they've been dropping this whole damn time? Or because I would like to see them push through that with like butter, not respect it. They've tapped it once, twice on this 50-minute candle, and then we're pushing down. My stop would be here because ain't nobody gonna let me sit in this trade for like freaking hours and I come back with nothing. Joke. That's a joke. Anyway, 10 more minutes. Let's see. For Bobby. Please be please know I would not be in a trade on this day. This is crap for me and my model, but we're seeing if oh yeah, so if I had set my stop here, I'd be knocked out. But at least I make some money. But Bob, I know you wouldn't have moved your stop, so you still good. You still good. 10 more minutes. This is why I don't like these days. Everything takes too long to get to your TP. And Wolfie took 6. Oh my God. Bob, now you're back in the red, my brother. TP not coming. Wolfie's still down here in the red. He's like, oh no, I'm still in the red, but less so. My God. What are these voices I'm making? Don't tell. This is just weird. Ignore me. Anyway, let's step another 10 minutes. Wolf is like, "Yes." I'm telling you right now, in a choppy day like this, I'll take what I could get. I would just, this is a respectable move too. When it's chopping, I'll go to the order block and keep it moving. I ain't looking for no highs or nothing. This is some bullshit. Bullshit. All right, now 10 minutes. Because it was looking juicy, right? It was looking juicy. And now, but nah. Well, you're still in the green, Bob. Wolfie, I'm sorry. You've been riding that red train for this whole time. Okay, let's see. You got in when it pushed up on this candle. So let's say you've been in this for 15, 30, 45, an hour 30, 2 hours, 2.5, 3 hours. Oh my God. This is awful, y'all. And I haven't been able to trade any of the days we've picked so far. They've all been crap. And seriously? That's terrible, Bob. Wolf has that no stop loss of awesomeness, and now Bob, you're in the red again. I'm sorry. I just want to throw some Shrek in here. In the red again. It's like singing, I'm on the road again. No stop loss, Bobby. Wolfie's got 3 micros and no stop loss. That's his model. It works. We saw it work for him on Friday. So step in another 10 minutes, y'all. Step in another 10 minutes. Oh my God. Wolfie's in the green. Bobby, you are stopped out. I am sorry. That TP was close, but no cigar. I'm sorry. Personally, like I said, I put my stop onto here and lock in some stuff. I don't care what they do. But look how close they came to your TP. No joke, man. At this point, what's that new boy band, Wolfie? dicks for ticks that I'm supposed to be managing. If you're not already aware, I hate this trade. I hate it. I hate it so much. It is gross. I hate this day. This day is like the antithesis of everything I want in trading. This is a day to go do something else. Go to the park. Go skydiving. Anything else but trade this day. Okay? But Wolfie, we are what? 3, 4 hours in almost, but Wolfie's about to get his TP though. Let's step another 10 minutes. Let's see. Does Wolfie get his TP now, or does it push back up like an asshole? Excuse me, I'm salty. This day makes me so salty. Look at that. We push back up like an asshole. Damn it. So angry with this choppy day. So angry. 10 more minutes. 10 more minutes. Come on, you can do it. No! We're still sitting here. Wolfie's TP's down here, but he's green. He's green. Bob was green for a long time. Bob got stopped out. Gotta move that stop to secure some of that cheddar. Give me that cheddar. Secure that cheddar. We're just here to make money, man. Anyway, 10 more minutes. Let's push forward. And there goes the TP for the Wolfie. Woo! Yeah. So close. Bob, you were like this close to your TP, and then they were just douchey McDoucheson on all over your TP. Wolfie, 3 micros, 60 points, no stop loss for the win. 10 hours later. So woot woot for everybody. It is like Friday afternoon all over again. Bob got his TP quickly. Wolfie had to wait literally the whole day to hit his TP. But hit his TP it did. So, woo! That's what's up. All right, let's find another day. This one has made me thoroughly hate trading. All right, let's pick a different day. Don't let me pick, because um, Wolf, you picked a good day. Bob, pick a day. Pick a day. Is LP still here? Pick a day. Pick a day. Pick another day. Let's do a little cleanup while we're at it, because this will stay on my 40-point TP. I mean, 40 points is really respectable, especially when repeated. I thought I was going for 40 points, but it turns out it's about 60. But given the nature of how I trade, 60 is perfectly acceptable. All right, let's pick a day. Let's pick another day, and then I'll close this out in like. You want to do the very next day? All right, so May 20th. Let's do the Wednesday, and let's go back to the morning of doom. So 9:35, May 21st. Oh God, it's still in the stupid range. Wait, is it moving 3 times? Stop. Was it, or was it just pushing up that hard? See here. Well, Bobby, you would have, if you had no stop loss, you would have gotten your TP in the afternoon. Okay, what do we have in this chop? I'm gonna go up to a higher time frame from 15-minute, because that's not gonna help me, especially when it's chopping like that. Oh, this is gross. This is gross. We are sitting. Oh, this day, man. You wanted to buy some new sunglasses? Oh my God. It's awful. This is some awful. Look at this range. We're at the 50% of this BS range. Have we gone anywhere? No. No, we haven't. Do I want to trade this day? No. No, I don't. What is this? This is the London lows right here. Ah. Oh, sorry, that's the wrong day. Hold up. This is Tuesday, right? Okay. Oh, sigh. All right, so we have this fairway gap that they've rejected from. Could have a potential for a short down to the lower portions of this stupid range. You can tell I'm salty. I'm so salty. These days are some of the worst trading days. Like, seriously, after this juiciness up here, and then chop, 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 chop. Awful chopping. I needed to leave this space to make me happy. Oh, you want to pick a different day? Like, oh my God, like I don't know if there's going to be anything in here for me to trade. Again, this is crap. What is this, the 21st? I definitely did not trade this day. I might have been in the Bahamas with trying to swim with the fishes. Okay. Alive though. Alive. Hold up, hold up. Let me get up off of that. Ugh. Okay, so did they take the London lows out? They did. Here. And then 9:30 did what? It pushed up and took no highs out. I don't know about you, but I hate when they do that. Okay, Maddie has returned. Okay, all right, all right. Okay, all right. The cuteness is just immediate. She just flopped and just wanted attention, and then everything is just clicked, clicked, clicked. Little girl, little girl. Is it nap time yet? Is it nap time for the baby? Who's your little girl? Oh, has mommy been doing this for too long and not getting any trade setups? Because this sucks. This is just shit. Okay, Maddie. All right, so what we have hit like what is essentially a discount space for this BS range. I'm gonna be bullish on this. Why? Discount. They tapped, well, technically order block's all the way down here. But midpoint of this thing. Let me note it since I don't know how to trade ranges. I really don't. I suck at trading ranges. They are like the bane of my existence. Maddie, okay, come here, baby. You're gonna do your floppy cuteness? Okay, yes, you're gonna do your floppy cuteness. So technically, oh, was there any news on this day? Let me check. The 21st. Okay, okay, okay. Why you want to play with my mouse so bad? No, girl. All right, Bob. It's probably a good idea to start to close out. I'm gonna close out in 20 minutes and make this the last attempt at finding something. Let's make this an even 3 hours. So the 21st, what did we have? Again, no news. Sigh. So for trading ranges, right? Like my understanding is that was it 9? Oh my God, the cuteness. No, don't. She wants to play so bad. You want to, you want your attention so bad. You okay? You can make biscuits on my hands. Guys, this price action on these days is just awful. Even Maddie agrees. She's literally trying to play with my hand as I'm clicking the mouse. That's why I picked her up. This day sucks. This is a sucky day. This is another sucky day of awfulness. But what do we do? We swept the London lows. We absolutely hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up. She is very cute. And she's very much the lap kitty of your dreams. We did a bit of a shift here. They ran away. I wouldn't have gotten that. I wouldn't have gotten that. They came back down to the top of the order block. Bye! Ugh, this cat. I don't know what I would be doing this day. Like, what would I even be aiming for if I were to take a long on this day? Here's a low, lower low. We kind of shifted, but we haven't done anything. If you're going to take a long, take it below the 50% of the range so you can get a decent amount TP above it, I suppose. But these days just make me not want to trade. Maddie, she's literally trying to walk along like she did last week. She's trying to walk over it and end my stream. I think she wants me to stop, y'all. I think she wants me to stop. I want to see if we can get something good out of this. Okay, so it's 9:42. There's no news. And what have we done? It's relatively clean down here, though. It's relatively clean. Up, 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 up. After taking this out, I kind of would have liked an entry here, as long as my stop covered here. Hold on. Yeah, yeah, get off that. Don't fall off. My goodness, this cat, I swear to God. Okay, there's a push up. Wait for this to close. I think a potential long entry low, if I were to look at this is the 1 hour. Let's look at the 15 minute. See what this looks like. It would have been an optimal day for you? Okay. I mean, right now, what it's doing is not terrible. It's not terrible. Um, my desire for an entry would have been like right at the body here. They did not give that to me. Secondary scenario would be an entry here, but they couldn't leave all of this. They couldn't leave all of this. I hate when the fair value gap is so big. I'm gonna put a fib on it and then remove that. It drives me nuts when it's so. Oh, wrong one. It's fascinating. It drives me nuts when it's so uh, wide and it's such a large area. I'd prefer to see the range. Did not let me put it. And now it's just running away. Yay. So let me fix this. And I just want the 75 and the 25, and I need them to be green. Okay, and then we're gonna put it down. We're gonna put the bottom here. Oops, approximately. Looks like we're running into the upper portion of this range, and then we can delete the big green thing. You can guess my entry at 10 o'clock. Really? I assume it's gonna be up here on the 1 hour. Let's put it back to the 1 hour so we can see Wolfie's entry. So 60 point TP. Is it at the body or the wick when it's like this for you? Ugh, pushing back up into this other line of choppy grossness. Choppy grossness. All right, so this is the range. What's this 50%? Oh, the other range. Right. This is the fair value gap, and then this is... I wonder if they, like, sweep all of this and then drop and give me something down below. That'd be nice. Short, but that doesn't look very short-tastic. Let me push this way so you can see what I'm anchoring it to. Is this one of those days? Okay, so since I'm gonna close this in like 15, let's push this to 10 o'clock. Let's see what we got at 10 o'clock exactly. No news. All right. So it's 10 o'clock and your entry is right here, right, Wolfie? 60 points. So we run up. So let's denote that real quick. So Wolfie would be in at the body or the wick? Yeah, the body, okay. So Wolfie's entry is at the body. Wolfie's long entry is at the body. Okay. Man, I can't type to save my life most days. Don't tell nobody. Okay, so Wolfie's long entry, no stop, 60 ticks, 60 points. Goodness gracious me. $60 points this way. Like, if I was gonna go long, I would like to do it below the 50% of this big ass ridiculous range that we're in. So if they drop below the range, ugh, still ugly. Gave me nothing. Oh, you didn't say long or short. I'm guessing because the candle's green. So am I wrong? I'm guessing a long entry because the candle was green. Am I wrong? Tell the truth, Wolfie. Am I wrong? Don't make me sing that song. If it's a long, it'd be right on point. For now, anyway. For my setup, there's nothing for me to do here. Just damn. Shame. 3 days. We've tried 3 separate days. Of course, I was correct. I know stuff sometimes. If the candle is green, it's long. If the candle's red, it's short. Done. Now I just need to figure out where your TP is. 60 points. I'm just guessing at this point. Don't tell nobody. So it's 10 o'clock. Maybe if it's going to continue moving up, we can find a fair value gap that we can get an entry into for a continuation long. But where? Well, oh, okay. That's not a bad play right there. So we have this fair value gap right here that they've been rejected from a bunch. Right here, approximately. Let me make sure I've got that spec'd all right. Let me just adjust the color on that. Bearish. They've dropped from this puppy. Okay, good. That's it. So this would be where I would want to TP at because I'm not gonna fight the trend until it busts above it. All right, so it's after 10 o'clock. What fair value gaps do we have to play with? Okay, kitties are coming back. Wolfie's in the green for the moment. Low, lower low traded through nicely. An entry here would not go amiss. Was there something in that fair value gap that would have helped me with an entry? No, because besides this one, they took that internal high out. I probably should work on my thought processes around internal highs. Like the external TP on this whole range is here, which is just tiny bit below Wolfie's TP. So that's plenty of a move, I think, for me. Actually, I don't know where Wolf is TP. I just threw it up there. 60 points, somewhere in that general vicinity. It's probably a little closer than that, actually. 178. Let me make sure. Let me fix the TP real quick. But that's where I would be looking. What day is this? May 21st that we're messing around with. 10 a.m. Oh my god. She wants attention so hard right now. I love it. She's so cute. So cute. Okay. So we're gonna hang about. Let's do the 1 hour so I can get a good feel. This is the 20. Oh, hold on. Hang on, I'm just trying to get this the TP right. What? So 5. Let's do that in 22nd. Okay, so 21st. That 1 hour candle. Yeah, 10 a.m. Where's 10 a.m.? That's 11. 10. Okay. So that candle, and let's do 60 TP. Well, if this looks right, Wolfie, you get your TP, easy peasy lemon squeezy. 21, 4, 36 and a quarter. 436. Oh, I'm sorry, Wolfie. You got your TP quick that day. Oh, for that 60 points. You got that TP real quick. No drawdown, no waiting 10 years for it either. Nice. On the next 1 hour candle too. That's badass. All right. I am over these shitty days of testing. Might have to do some testing tomorrow for myself. I will probably won't live stream that. Actually, no, no testing. I'm just gonna enjoy the weekend. It's 12:55. It looks like it might want to rain. Wanted to go to the park. Jeez. If you want to enjoy some Maddie just enjoying, this is what I have to deal with all day. Wolfie. Can you believe it? Look at her. You know what's up, little girl. All right, that's enough for today. I'm gonna go eat something juicy. Wolfie, your setup is beautiful. Keep it going. Don't let anybody stop you from getting to where you need to go. But dang, your entry would have been like sniper, buddy. Boom and boom, quick. I love those days. Love those days. Those are the days I live for. But nothing good for me. So I'll be back Monday, looking to see how the day is gonna work and seeing if there's anything juicy. Otherwise, I'll wait till Tuesday to trade. Have a good weekend, y'all. Go enjoy yourself. Be safe. I'm gonna go give a kitty a ton of playtime because she needs it. All right, Kira out.